much have the players challenged one another since Saturday?
A whole bunch. It's one of the things where I've asked guys, I know what I'm doing going forward to get ready for OU. What are you doing? And just asking everybody that and getting those same feedback and questions from guys to be sure that we're pushing everybody to be the best they can be going into this game.
For an opponent like Oklahoma, do you spend more time watching film, or is it the same average?
I'd say it's the same. I watch so much film. It gets to the point where there's nothing that you can really add on to. But just taking into account, I mean, they have a new defense going into a 3-3-5. They had 4 down the first 2 games. Going to a 3 down, you kind of have to. You only really have one game to really look off of, but it's a really good game to look off of. Some things that Nebraska did well, and some things that we can kind of counteract that they did.
Cooper kind of said that he's kind of looking at this as 0-0 on the record sheet. Is that kind of going around the entire team?
Absolutely. Everything that we want is still in front of us, especially going into conference play. You're 0-0 going into conference play. This is the first game on that schedule, and it's one that we're looking forward to.
Is there anything from a hydration standpoint that you missed last week, or you need to get better at this week?
Not necessarily. It's one of the things where I was battling through some things throughout the week, so I had to take some medication and stuff like that, and just didn't uptake my my fluid intake with it as well, and something that I will be much more proactive on this week.
How frustrating was it for you to have to step off the field for that long of the ball game?
Unbelievably frustrating. I think they poked me about 4 or 5 times to try and get it right, and I'm in the locker room at that point, kind of just like I just go back out there without the IV at this point. So super frustrating, just for the mere fact that I wasn't available. That's the biggest thing about being a running back, being on this team, is I want to be available at all times. So I felt like I let my team down at that point.
Tulane looked like they did a really good job of tackling you, especially going low. Is there anything in your game that you may alter now that you know that, hey, this might be what the book is?
Absolutely, just understanding that going into these games, understanding that guys are going to be filling holes, filling gaps much quicker. They're probably going to have a lot more fold players as far as making sure that I and DJ and guys that are in the game don't get to bounce the ball outside, so that's rotating the safety down, making sure that corners are playing run fits and things like that. So anytime that you kind of have to get vertical, you can't get outside and upfield. So just taking that into account and really seeing what moves work best as far as attacking that is going to be something that I have to look forward to.
In that quarter of absence, what was your impression of DJ Giddens and the way that he ran the ball?
He ran the ball well. After watching the film, of course, it's really kind of his first game getting thrown into the fire, and I feel like he did really well. Of course, we watched the film. There's some things that we can clean up on, and he'll clean them up as he goes, but I feel like he did a really good job for his first time.
Thanks, Deuce.
Of course.
Where will Oklahoma test you the most?
I feel like their new defense, 3-3-5, it's one of those defenses where you have a jack player, and they have a lot of exotic blitzes from their 3 down. They'll walk a lot of guys up, overload the box, end up having you put you in a almost like a match type of deal, and now you have to get your eyes right because there's so many guys up on the line of scrimmage, more DBs out in the field. One of the things that, I mean, as a running back, as a quarterback, you really have to take into account, and offensive line, who may be coming, who's not coming, who are the eligibles and things like that.
When